When you pass the age of 70, every year becomes more precious. Time can never be reversed, and your body is changing more and more. But there's something you might not realize. Your body is already sending signals about how long you may live. And if you know how to listen, these signals can help you change how you live, so you can live longer and healthier. Some people, even at 70, still feel strong, sharp, and full of life. They continue to pursue their passions, travel, meet friends, and laugh with their grandchildren. On the other hand, some people start to slow down, facing health issues, fatigue, and losing their independence. The difference can often be noticed in a few physical signs. These signs can reveal a lot about your future. Today, we will talk about 7 key signs that can reveal how long you may live after 70. These aren't guesses or myths, but are based on real scientific studies conducted by researchers and doctors who have observed people living long, healthy lives. These signs not only help predict your lifespan, but also provide valuable insights on how to maintain a long, healthy life. Pay attention to these signs, as they can change your life. You'll know exactly how to live longer and stay healthier, not just for yourself, but also for your family and loved ones. Sign 1. Your walking speed. You might not know it, but your walking speed is one of the strongest indicators of how long you may live. A study at Stanford University in California showed that people who maintain a brisk walking pace after the age of 70 tend to live longer. Walking speed is directly linked to muscle health, cardiovascular function, and even brain health. Imagine 2 people, Brian and Greg, both 75 years old. Brian walks regularly every morning in Central Park, New York, keeping a steady pace and has no trouble crossing streets or climbing stairs. His movements are smooth, balanced, and confident. Greg, on the other hand, although he also enjoys walking, has slowed down considerably over the years. He often has to take breaks, feels tired, and struggles to maintain balance while walking. While Brian moves easily, Greg may be dealing with health issues he hasn't noticed yet. Walking is an important indicator because it reflects your overall health. If you notice you're slowing down, don't ignore it. Start small efforts like walking more, joining light fitness classes, or trying more regular walks to keep your health and strength. You'll find that even small efforts can improve your pace and muscle strength. Sign 2. Grip strength. An important sign that few people pay attention to is your grip strength. A study from Harvard University revealed that your grip strength can predict your lifespan. People with weaker grip strength tend to experience muscle loss, reduced mobility, and are at a higher risk for various health issues. Let's compare 2 men, Jack and Henry, both 78 years old, living in California. Jack has a strong, firm handshake. He participates in regular physical activities and has no trouble opening jars or carrying groceries. On the other hand, Henry, although he used to be strong, now finds it difficult to handle objects and open bottles. His declining grip strength is a sign that his body is weakening and he may be facing serious health issues. Test your grip strength by squeezing a tennis ball or using a grip strengthener. If you notice your grip is weaker than before, don't ignore it. Simple exercises like squeezing a ball, using grip tools, or carrying light weights can help maintain your grip and muscle health. Strengthen your hands and muscles to reduce the risk of health complications. Sign 3. Your ability to maintain balance. Balance is one of the most crucial indicators of how long you'll live. A study from the Mayo Clinic found that people who struggle with balance are more likely to experience falls and injuries, which can severely affect their lifespan. On the other hand, people who can maintain their balance well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer and healthier lives. Imagine 2 women, Sarah and Olivia, both 72 years old, living in Florida. Sarah has always maintained good balance. She can easily stand on one leg for several seconds without wobbling. Olivia, however, struggles to keep her balance and immediately starts tipping over when she tries to stand on one leg, needing something to hold on to. If you have difficulty maintaining balance, don't ignore this sign. Start doing balance exercises like standing on one leg for a few seconds each day, practicing yoga, or other exercises to improve stability. Balance isn't just a physical test. It also shows whether your nervous system and muscles are functioning effectively. So, don't hesitate to try exercises to strengthen your balance to maintain a healthy body. Sign 4. Your sleep patterns. How well you sleep at night can reveal a lot about how long you may live. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and clears toxins from the brain. Studies have shown that people over 70 who maintain consistent, high-quality sleep tend to live longer and healthier lives, while those who struggle with poor sleep are at a higher risk of memory decline, heart disease, and weakened immunity. Think about two men, David and Charles, both 70 years old, living in Texas. David maintains a steady bedtime, sleeps about 7 hours each night, and wakes up feeling refreshed. On the other hand, Charles has restless nights, tossing and turning, waking up multiple times, and sometimes struggling to fall asleep. Over time, David's body continues to function well, his mind stays sharp, and his energy levels remain steady, while Charles starts experiencing brain fog, daytime fatigue, and even changes in his blood pressure, all linked to his declining sleep quality. If you wake up often during the night, have trouble staying asleep, or feel exhausted even after hours of sleep, don't brush it off. Poor sleep is linked to stress, poor diet, lack of physical activity, or even undiagnosed conditions like sleep apnea. The good news is sleep quality can be improved. Simple changes like reducing screen time before bed, sticking to a routine, getting natural sunlight in the morning, or avoiding heavy meals at night can make a huge difference. Sign 5. Your eating habits. Your eating habits after 70 are one of the strongest indicators of how long you may live. A healthy appetite and a well-balanced diet keep your body strong, your immune system resilient, and your energy levels high. On the other hand, sudden loss of appetite or poor eating habits can signal underlying health issues and even accelerate aging. Consider two women, Eleanor and Ruth, both 74 years old, living in Illinois. Eleanor enjoys her meals, eats a variety of fresh whole foods, and maintains a steady weight. She looks forward to preparing her own meals and feels energized throughout the day. Ruth, however, has noticed that she isn't as hungry as she used to be. She skips meals, relies on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. What she doesn't realize is that her declining appetite is a red flag that her body may not be absorbing nutrients properly, which could weaken her muscles, slow down her metabolism, and even affect her immune system. A decreased appetite in older adults is often linked to underlying health issues, including digestive problems, hormonal changes, or even early signs of cognitive decline. If you've noticed changes in your eating habits, whether it's feeling full too quickly, a lack of interest in food, or unexpected weight loss, it's important to take action. Eating well after 70 isn't just about staying full. It's about giving your body the nutrients it needs to function properly. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. How you handle stress after 70 can tell you a lot about how long you'll live. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it weakens your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and even accelerates aging. On the other hand, people who know how to manage stress effectively tend to stay healthier, more active, and mentally sharp well into their later years. Take John and Richard, both 76 years old. John faces challenges like anyone else, unexpected expenses, health scares, family issues, but he has learned to handle them with a calm, steady approach. He practices deep breathing, stays socially engaged, and doesn't dwell on problems longer than necessary. Richard, however, holds on to stress. He constantly worries about things outside of his control, feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, and often finds himself stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant stress wears on his body, his blood pressure rises, his sleep suffers, and his energy levels drop. Long-term stress triggers inflammation in the body, which has been linked to nearly every major age-related disease, from Alzheimer's to heart conditions. If you're often feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally drained, don't ignore it. Finding ways to manage stress, whether through mindfulness, exercise, deep breathing, or even laughter, can add years to your life. Sign 7. Your social connections. The strength of your relationships can be one of the clearest indicators of how long you might live. Studies have consistently shown that people with strong social ties, whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, tend to live longer, healthier lives. Loneliness, on the other hand, has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early mortality. Think about two women, Jessica and Carol, both 80 years old, living in Washington. Jessica has an active social life. She stays in touch with old friends, participates in a local book club, and enjoys spending time with family. She looks forward to her conversations, laughs often, and feels a sense of connection to the people around her. Carol, however, spends most of her time alone. She has lost touch with many of her friends over the years, and although she has family, she rarely reaches out. As the months pass, She starts feeling isolated, her mood declines, and her health begins to suffer. Human connection is more than just emotional support. It plays a direct role in physical health. When you interact with others, your brain stays active, your stress levels drop, and your body releases chemicals that promote overall well-being. If you found yourself withdrawing from social activities, avoiding phone calls, or spending more time alone than you used to, it's time to change that. Staying connected doesn't mean you have to be surrounded by people all the time. Even small efforts, reaching out to an old friend, joining a group with shared interests, or making it a habit to have meaningful conversations, can make all the difference. Now that you know these 7 signs, take a moment to reflect on where you stand. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence, or have you noticed subtle changes that might be warning signs? The good news is that most of these factors, your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are things you can improve. Your future isn't set in stone, and the choices you make today can have a powerful impact on how many years you have ahead of you. If you've recognized areas where you need to improve, don't wait for a doctor to tell you it's time to make a change. Start now. Take more walks, strengthen your muscles, prioritize good sleep, stay socially connected, and find ways to manage stress. The goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. Because, at the end of the day, longevity isn't just about the number of years you have left, but the quality of life you experience in those years. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.